Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's stream. Again, Kingdom Come Deliverance, first half of the week after all. And we're picking up where we left off last night. We're here at the Inn on the Green in Sassau. And Sir Ulrich is nowhere in sight. Oh, there he is. Turning up for his evening beer. Let's just recap what we've got going on the quests. We are running all the Glisters at the moment. Got to find out who in Sassau works with copper. Got to find out where the counterfeiters get their quicksilver. Got to speak to Sir Ulrich and continue the investigation in the Overseer's office. Now, we know that it's a little bit late at night. That we look at the clock at the top, it's after 8 o'clock at night, so the Overseer is not going to be available to us until the morning. There's not a lot we can do tonight, so what we probably want to do, we don't want to get Sir Ulrich too involved right now, but we have got as soon as we get this quest out of the way, we have got the new Band of Bastards DLC installed, and we'll give that a run as soon as we can get this over with. So, big question, how hungry are we? We're pretty hungry. And we're getting to the point where we're going to need a sleep soon. So a quick check, have we got any wine on us? Got fine wine and regular wine. Look as if we got any cheap wine. Could be tons of it in the chest, however. The reason I ask that is we're trying to get our drinking skill up. Where's Sir Ulrich off to now? Like he's thinking about heading for bed as well. Unless he's coming up to talk to us. You coming to talk to us? No, you're just coming to nudge us out the way. You go and have an early night. Might have a lot to do in the morning. Now the problem is we're probably not going to get to see the Overseer until about 7 AM. Certainly can't see any of the blacksmiths until at least 8 AM. And we have a habit of being up at 5 AM. So that's going to give us a few overlaps. Let's just dive down and take a munch from the pot.
Welcome, Henry.
Take care of our nourishment. Now, who's this guy hanging around in his underclothes? The farmhand. Just try talking to him. I don't think.
God be with you.
I don't think we've talked to this guy before.
Do you want something?
I do. And you look like the kind of fellow who knows a thing or two and wouldn't mind a bit of work that's not entirely, well, honest.
Never come across this guy before.
What's it about?
I'm looking for someone who knows how to dip her pockets. For a reward, of course.
Whose pocket? And our pickpocketing skill is crap.
Well, then it's lucky for you that I happened along. Who do you want me to rob?
There's a farmer who lives in the craftsman's yard. He made a killing supplying vegetables to the monastery. I worked for him for a while, but then he threw me out without even paying me for my labor. I'd like you to steal the groschen he owes me. And also a pouch containing an amulet he got from the herb woman. He's as superstitious as an old crone. So when he realizes he's lost it, he'll have a fit.
Sounds easy enough.
It ain't quite that easy, otherwise I'd handle it myself. That fucker don't trust no one, and he's always looking over his shoulder. If you manage to nick his pouch and his coin, you can keep the groschen as a reward. Goodbye.
Okay, steal the farmer's amulet from the herbalist. Should we really steal the herbalist's amulet from the farmer, shouldn't it? Eyed monster. Oh, so he's in the tavern right now. Interesting. Just go and see if it is the herbalist or the farmer that's in the tavern.
I'll bring it right away.
Would you?
God be with you.
Fresco Master. Townsman. That's not any of the ones that we want.
Here you are, and good health.
Surely it would name farmer being the one that we want. The innkeeper. That's Zach.
How are you, Henry?
Townsman. 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 So how do we know which one it is that we want? Henry.
A tankard of ale for me.
Unless he happens to be hiding out here. Check that map again. Speak with Ulrich. That's... He's definitely inside the tavern according to that. Find out who in Sassau works with copper. Unless he's upstairs with Sir Ulrich, but I can't see that being the case.
Coming.
Must be this guy. Fresco Master. Right, so it's the guy. We're assuming it's the guy in the that looks like. Looks a bit like Henry, to be honest. Right, so he's got the brown tabard or whatever they call it on. The white shirt and
One beer for me.
patched what's-its. Just hang about here till he comes out. So assume it's that one. We're going to wait for him to get on the move, is the honest answer. If we don't get on the move, we're not going to know where to find him. Apparently he lives in this area. We're showing 9:30. So I reckon if we let time pass for 2 hours, nice to have a nighttime activity. It helps us with. Hey, Tokan!
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Now, just by hanging around in the tavern without actually drinking, we've improved drinking and reached a new level in it. Way. Right, let's check the map. Where's this guy at now? He's on his way back. Right, so if we are very quick, and the quickest way to do this is going to be on foot. We'll leave horse there. May catch him on his way home. Where's he at? See him up there? There's somebody up there. Right, quick check on the map. See if that's him. Certainly looks like him. groschen there. All. Take this door key and his pouch key, build our collection. There's pouch with amulet. Crouching. Looks too suspicious when we crouch. Bring the stolen amulet to the farmhand. Farmhand up there at the butcher's. Sounds awfully like a trap to me.
Huh? No. Clear off. Let me sleep.
Wake up, I've just stolen what you wanted stolen. Carrying it round like a marked man. Right, so we can't deliver that till the morning. Do some fence jumping. Up and over. Hello, cow. And up and over. And eyebright. There's a lot of eyebright in that corner. Remember that. What are we showing as stolen? Pouch doesn't class as stolen because it's a quest item. Obviously the groschen's not stolen, it never does. Groschen? Yeah, no groschen. Ooh, we've got to put that money in the chest though. No point us carrying all that around. Tons of eyebright in this field.
God save you, Henry.
And can you? Yep. Bit like me, that one. Right, well, we'll have to wait till morning to deliver that amulet. Right, quick check on our skills. Oh, we want to get a what's it, a wine anyway. Getting short on them ones. Might have to start drinking these ones. Skills. Got a level up once. Oh, we've got 2 drinking skills now. Level 10. Yeah. Check you out. I believe. Oops. Oh. Info. You'll never drink yourself to oblivion, but the negative effects of your hangover will be 30% stronger. Can't be combined with safe passage perk. When you drink yourself to oblivion, you'll wake up at home in bed and none of your inventory items will be gone. Can't be combined with Bacchus perk. Now, there's an issue there because if you remember when we went out and got drunk with Father Godwin in Ushitz, if we had had the safe passage perk, we would not have woken up in the bell tower with, or in the presbytery with him, and we would not have been able to complete the deliver a sermon part of the quest. And also when we went to the bathhouse with Sir Hans Capon, if we'd had the safe passage perk, we would not have woken up the bathhouse to look for him. So having the safe passage perk could mean that we can't complete complete some of the quest lines. So, because it can't be combined with Bacchus, even that one, you'd never drink yourself to oblivion. That would have defeated the Father Gregory and Father Godwin, sorry, and the Hans quests, because we would not have got drunk with them. We can negate the hangover effect by drinking Hair of the Dog potion, though. So, of the two, it's the better one. Damn it. This will be a good one, because it means that potions that are based on spirits won't make us drunk. So let's take that one for a starter. But we don't want that, because we're sober more than we're drunk. It's going to affect our archery. Unless you drink yourself to oblivion, you suffer no negative effects. Once sober, your hangover will also last twice as long. Again, Hair of the Dog potion can sort that one out. Loose tongue. When drunk, you get a 50% bonus on speech and charisma. But when hungover, these stats drop by 50%. Again, we can negate that with Hair of the Dog potion. So we can be drunk for twice as long with no negative effects. Then when we sober up, we've got a hangover that lasts twice as long, but we can use a Hair of the Dog potion on it. Sure, but, well, that would be a good one to combine with Loose Tongue. So let's take Loose Tongue for now, and then we can get this. And actually, this one would be great for the alcohol-based potions, because there's no negative effects unless we drink ourselves into oblivion. This would be really good for use with the potions. Get the Loose Tongue one afterwards. Yeah, do that. Burn this one for now. Check. So we've got 3 more perk points for drinking to come. Would give us Loose Tongue, Loose Tongue, Bacchus. Oh, we can't combine that. Loose tongue. Bacchus. Ooh. I reckon it's looking like we have to get Loose Tongue, True Slav and Bacchus, with the remaining 3 possible perk points. Okay. Perk points. Yes, we have. We've got a stealth perk point. Woohoo! First, check how many more we can get. We're at level 13. But we've this one plus 3 more that we get. Got 4 skills to get. Excellent. One is level 3, level 8, 10, level 10. Attacks from behind are 1/3 stronger. Dogs won't bark at you unless you step on them. Attack them. Lowers the noise of armour and other equipment by 20%. After committing a crime, you get a +1 bonus on strength and vitality till you're caught or leave the scene of the crime. Well, we're maxed out on strength at level 20. Vitality, we're already at level 20 with existing perks, so that one's not going to do anything for us. Leave that to get it with the last point. Noise is already at 0 with existing perks, which probably from things like the padding perk on maintenance, which quietens our armour if we repair it ourselves. So it leaves it dog person or to brute, both of which are level 10 skills. Dog person skill is going to be more useful, less chance of getting discovered. So let's learn that. We can do more sneaky stuff because the dogs don't bark at us. Right, any more skills needing? No. Need to get our axe and mace skill up and our unarmed. Okay. That's them. Right. Nourishment is at 89. Energy's at 78. So we do need to eat something. These apples are deteriorating rapidly. And get them out of the way. Takes us up to 95. 87 pretzel, 87 on the carrot. Let's just get the carrot, get it out of the way. Then mines. Yeah. Gives us enough to get a good night's sleep. Take it through to about 6. That'll take us everything back to 100. Yeah, that. It's still quite early in the night here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to knock the webcam off. The cigarette I was smoking before I started the stream. Don't worry, because I'm still here and we're still playing. I'll put the webcam back on in a second once I finish this cigarette. Right, you can hear beep beeps in the background. That's just the oven. And bear with me a sec. Right. Shout on the wife to let her know the oven's beeping. So, now we've got to find this farmhand. Deliver him this amulet. Just get that out of the way. Where is he? Oops, wrong. Try the map. He's still over there and he's still sleeping. There's a nest here that I haven't anything with. Morning. That looks like Zach. Have a quick word
God
with Zach.
grant you health. How may I help you?
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
Aha.
Do we believe him?
Good luck then.
Now, where's that nest? I see no nest. Maybe we've cleared it already. They're usually pretty obvious, so we must have cleared it already early on. Oh well. Let's go have a word with this farmhand. Maybe he's willing to wake up. Maybe he's awake already.
Welcome, Henry.
Copious. Name is. Have we got to pick that lock now to get in? Do it. Get the experience points. Ah, thank you. Hello, Mr. Butcher. Can we talk to you? We can.
God bless. Can I help you?
Not right now. That's all you've got to talk about. That door locked again now. It is. He's still asleep.
Oh, shit. Sod off.
Wake up, I've got what you asked me to get you. Wish there was a mechanic to throw a bucket of water across them. We'll just stand here for an hour. A chance to wake up. Woken up. It will confuse the clock. He has woken up. Where's he gone?
How are you, Henry?
I'm fine. Where's your farmhand gone? He's down the other end. Looks like he's in the monastery garden. Have a splash again. Try and keep as clean and smart as we can. Alright, we know you're out here somewhere. To our left, down there somewhere. Whoops. That must be him there.
I'm glad to see you.
Here's the farmer's pouch you asked for.
Great, thanks. He'll have a fit when he finds out. He won't get a wink of sleep till he gets a new one. You see, he's got this idea he'll be eaten alive by fleas and lice without his amulet.
I'm always on the lookout for work. What have you got?
When I worked for the farmer, I took a fancy to his maid. Only she's got someone else. A draper. He gives her fine shawls and chemises. And I don't have a chance. Go and steal the shawl she has.
What use would her shawl be to you?
I'll slip it to someone else and then tell the draper his sweetheart puts no value on the gifts he gives her. He's really jealous, so he'll be mad as hell.
What do you reckon? Should we do it? It's all kind of distracting from what we're trying to achieve in the major quests. However, it does give us practice at stealth. Problem is, if she's wearing it, we're going to have to knock her out. That would kind of give the game away. What we going to do? We going to take it or not? You reckon, guys? Let's do it.
That's not very nice of you. But what do I care? What's it worth to you?
Don't worry. I'll reward you in groschen.
How?
See you later.
The farmer didn't pay you and you told us to keep the money that the farmer owed you. How are you going to pay us? Where is she on the map anyway? Oh, she's up there. That looks like the back of the forge. The house at the back of the forge. Yeah, it is. Right, now before that, we want to go and speak to the...
Good day, Henry.
Hello. We want to go and speak to the overseer. Now, who's this guy here? He's just a villager. He's just a villager from a poor village. Spare him his life for his monstrosities. In a way, it's actually kind of nice to be able to just run around without having to use the horse. That should be Father Porter, that is Brother Porter. The overseer should be up here, let's hope he's not still in bed. Is that the overseer? Overseer's hand. Ah, now that's the guy that we've got to talk to, isn't it?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Oh, do you see that attitude he took there? you see him stand back and put his shoulders back and lift his nose in the air there.
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Yes, please. Thank you. Sorry, dinner's arrived, so I'm leaving the webcam off for a bit while I munch dinner as we play. Just assessing our speech stats against him. If we go with the why can't you sell it to me, we've got a +4 on him. If we go with this one, we've got a +3. Go with that one, whoa, +13, but we'll likely never get an answer. Always try to out-talk them. However, we're relying on +4 from perks if we go with this one. I think we go with this one.
Can't you? In the Sassau Monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
No, we can't talk to him. Damn it, I wanted to talk to him. Who's this waiting for me at the end of the bridge? Now that lackey called Rapota, we've come across
Henry.
we've come across somebody called Rapota before. Can't remember where, when, or in which quest. We've got no marker on the map. Or the place where he takes it. See what we can do about this girl with the shawl. Apparently, she's in this house here. There's a chance that she's Zach's daughter. Oh, that might be her there.
What's going on?
No, we can't talk to her. You gonna go off somewhere so that I can get into your house?
What was
Kind of strange that she didn't see me until I got right up to her.
I got myself all worked up.
Oh, now she's going to go in the house. Damn it. That means we'll have to put this one on hold. Let's just check the quest log. We'll go and speak to Faye for it. Now, I'm going to be a little bit slow getting through this next section because I'm trying to eat dinner at the same time as playing. So please bear with me on that. Now, it says in this one, related to the counterfeit coin thing. No markers on the map for this one anywhere. Go and speak to Master Faye first.
Henry,
Get off the road when there's horses coming through. God, these people are dumb. How did they survive?
Still tastes good.
God bless you. What troubles you?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
Nothing much.
Well, hurry up, Henry. There's no time to waste.
Yeah, we know this.
You look different, Master.
Oh. What is it?
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Right.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapita.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Goodbye.
Right, so the hill behind the monastery. Let's just see if we can figure out where this is. I think it's this encampment here. But it did say a church on a hill behind the monastery. Affiliation cross. It hasn't given us a map marker. Yeah. There's my text log for the quests. Come on. How do I get the text log back up here? Ah, there we go. Nezhek and his manservant Rapota. He was the one he always met up with at the wayside chapel on the hill west of Sassau. Wayside chapel on the hill. It might be in this area because that's the yellow search area, but I have a feeling it's more over here. Because it doesn't tell me where it is on the map, then what I may have to do is rope in Ulrich . That. lists it as an interesting site. What we'll do, we'll go and check that out. Check that site there out. And the shrine. That interesting site, I think, is an abandoned hunter's camp. Something's telling me it's over on this side of the river, though. West of the river. Just have a feeling about it. Right. Okay, let's get going. Before the day gets too old. You'll have to forgive my erratic driving, I'm still eating my dinner. Oh, so Ulrich is there. So we could have words with him. See where that leads.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part.
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
How about a bit of grub?
I might know where the materials from the monastery get passed on to the forges.
Where?
Up the hill by Sassau Woods.
Shall we go right now?
God save you.
Well, I need to find out more. I don't even know if anyone will be there now, but you could keep an eye out there, in case anyone appears, I mean.
Agreed.
Coming right up.
Right. So because we don't know where that location is and it's not marked on the map for us, I've now triggered Ulrich to go up and keep an eye on it. Means I can follow him and see if it is that bandit camp I was thinking about. That'll give me, and what he's told me gives me a bit more ammunition when I'm speaking to Zach about the copper plates. Also got to speak to the engraver about the engraving classes. Where's your horse, old Rick? Who ever heard of a knight without a horse? Oh, I see. You left your horse down at the pond, didn't you? Just wait for him to come back with his horse. Here he comes. Now, I'm pretty sure he goes up to that bandit camp on the hill. You know what? I'm not going to wait for him taking the long way around. I'm going to go and have a quick look myself. I don't think we've got that interesting site on the map. Thank you. Where's it gone? It's over here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is where Ulrich got... Whoa! And we've got bandits in occupation. I think what we've got loaded up on weapons, Ravensby. Question is, are these bandits, or are these the guys that we're looking for? I'd like to take them alive. Where's Ulrich? Where are you? We've lost sight of him. I'm pretty sure he turns up here. bandit. We can't. We can't ambush him because he's asleep. Damn it. This one we should be able to.
You're done for, fucker! I'm gonna enjoy. Alarm! Raise the alarm!
Come on, hit him. Henry? Hit him, Henry. Yeah, see, there's Ulrich just turning up now. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Put your weapons away, Henry. Right, the burger sword. We'll have that. What else has this guy got? Oh, an ash hunting bow. Better wounding arrows. Take his carrots, Russians, fruit. Mail collar's not worth much, but we'll take it. Brigantine roses. Scooters and boots. Want. That's really worth pretty much. This dude. Don't want his for his common sheep. Bassinet, boots, cough, had a cough, bows, gauntlet, roses, work, arm braces. Yeah, all too heavy. I'll take his Waffen rock. Tailors can have. Right, anything in the box? Oi, 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 oi! Ulrich!
Not so brave now, are you?
Ulrich! Oi! Don't make me fight you, Ulrich.
You could have lived a long and happy life. Ow!
Oh shit, missed him. Ulrich, you really are
What
big.
now? Are you afraid, boy?
I don't want to do this, Ulrich. You're making me do it.
Let's finish this quickly, boy.
He's got no health left, but he won't die.
Wo ist der Teufel?
I did not want to do that, Ulrich. I really did not. Right, let's transfer that existing weapon and loot. Now, those guys were just identified as bandits. They weren't named as the people that we were after. Faced with a dilemma here. I could loot Ulrich, steal his horse, take it and sell it, cash in on everything, and then just carry on. Or I could roll back the save. And I'm not sure what to do here, because I've got a feeling Ulrich has a strong part to play in the rest of this quest. Really did not want to kill him. That's one hell of a set of armour that he's got there, though. Particularly that bassinet and his chainmail. That's a nice set of bassinet and chainmail. Trying to bore you to death again. Monkey man, behave yourself, please. Different people play different things. Enjoy different things. You know that. Come on, behave. Tell you what I'll do. I'll check how far back a reload will roll us. Hopefully, it'll only take us back to the bit where he speaks to us in the tavern. Yeah, let's do that. I know, monkey man, I know. Ah, right, so it's rolled us back to where we speak to Tobias Fayfar. Okay. Well, that's... okay, that's only a minute or so before we spoke to Ulrich at the tavern. So... right, having finished my dinner, I'm going to have another cigarette and then I'll put the webcam back on. So just bear with me a sec, guys, while I make the cigarette. And then we'll rerun through that set as quickly as possible, but without fighting with Ulrich. Take out the two bandits. Because I think they're just regular bandits, they're not the... well, they might be the ones that we're after. Second bandit didn't have a yellow cape on, did he? He just had dressed very similar to this guard, but without the shoulder thing.
Good day, Henry.
See what the journal says about it. Some kind of knight who calls himself Jezek and his manservant Rapota. Now you mentioned that Rapota wears a yellow cape and Jezek doesn't have any crest or anything on his, doesn't have his knightly colours. So it's possible it was those two. Gangway, speeding horse coming through. Horse. You could have gone either side of it, and you chose to ride into it. Come on. Behave. Let's try this again.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part.
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Right, now speak to him a second time.
I might know where the materials from the monastery get passed on to the forges.
Where?
Up the hill by Sassau Woods.
Shall we go right now?
No, I need to find out more. I don't even know if anyone will be there now, but you could keep an eye out there.
Good
In
health
case
to you,
anyone appears, I
Henry.
mean.
Agreed.
Hey, alehouse wench, get out the way. Stop eavesdropping. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot straight up the hill ahead of him when he gets out of the way. There's that interesting station that we discovered. Let's just rediscover that. Should be that tree over there. I think. One? No. That one. It's not that one. Damn it, where's the camp? Oh, it's there. That second guy's definitely not wearing a yellow cape.
Go and weak at the knees, have you?
Oh shit.
All right, enough! I give up. You hear? Ah!
Right, need to make sure that there's no sign of Ulrich before we do the rest of the looting. Come on, loot this guy. Covered bassinet. Russian. Hunting boots. Cough. Padded cough. Saxon gauntlets. Brigandine shirt. Coffin. Horse, where you at? Don't mount up when overloaded. That's new. I've never seen that before. My bits. Now we can look. Ulrich's turned up yet? Good. Taking his sweet time about it. So let's check. Oh, we gotta go and see Master Jerome. Who... Oops. Hangs around in the engraving workshop. Right. We are severely overstuffed from overeating. Need to might want to use one of those potions. Digestion potion. See what it's called. We haven't got one. Damn, I was sure we had one. Be in the chest. Okay. All I remember.
Yeah.
Whoa, crap. Wrong direction. Stairs. Oh, that is Master Jerome.
I'm glad to see you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today, The 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
To talk to Florian, the engraver's apprentice.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
Talk to the Madam of the Baths, okay?
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
God be with you.
Right, so he bought a padlock for his chest here. That's an easy lockpick. That's an easy lockpick. It's a very hard lockpick. So... oh. We need to get Master Jerome out of here before we lockpick those for a nosy. Already lockpicked these two. Nothing in there. Best. And that one. I guess we go find Florian. Hey ho, horse.
Yeah.
Not too fast. Behave yourself. You know what you like when you start going fast. The bakers on the uphill side of the main street. Horse, learn to turn. Oh, get out. Get off the road, horse coming through. Oh god, 3 of them in a row. There's the bakers. Whose is that horse? It's been hanging around for ages. Right, that's the bakers, that must be the basement of the bakers. Whoops. Midday bell, the day's getting on. Aha. Right.
God be with you.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another. Like I said, I'll deny everything.
Damn it,
Do
we
you really
lost
think that's gonna help
reputation.
you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the workshop. The only thing missing is a motive, but I'm guessing it's money.
I don't give a fuck about money.
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me. Nothing else matters.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last. They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right. I'll go there and try and think of something.
You're my saviour.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could happen.
Take care.
Right. Check the map, see if we got a waypoint for that. Yes, we have. Okay. Right. Don't speak to the bathhouse, madam.
Henry, glad you came.
Welcome, Henry.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
Hang on a minute, you just said she was a farm girl. Now you're saying she came to you as an orphan and raised her. Can we have the story straight, please?
I'd like to know more about the kidnapping.
Thought it did because it changed the wording. Right,
I'd like to order something.
Want a bath and a clean
So
up.
what are you interested in?
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Good luck then.
Right. Oh, let's get up to the Scarlet's mines. Quite a long ride. Whoa. Nut horse. You do that every time on that road.
Yeah.
Stretch as quick as possible. Cut off. Head down through the corner of the woods, down to the river. Go down a bit through here. Road down there. shit horse. Come on. There we go. Got you. Don't jump off that cliff, horse. Oh no, that's the one that goes to the mine. It's the next one along. Uh-oh. Where in the hell did they come from? Yeah, we got to go through that camp and get up onto this road just here. Unless I can get up there. Can you get up there, horse? Get through that bush. Jump, jump. Oh. I think this is the road. Yep. Nothing. Right, we do want to take that left or right. Take the right hand forward. Go around and up. Could do. Go around and up there. It's 1, 2, 4th right hand. There left at the one. Second. There's the third. Fourth. Left at the fork. Discovered camp. Oh crap, where? God, there's camps everywhere here. Go up to the crossroads and turn right. Well, they're not here. Unless they're in a mine. See a mine entrance down there. Did you say it was? He did say it was a house in the Skalitz mines, didn't he? Go and do something about this camp over here. Last thing I want is them joining in if they're not involved. Nourishment 114. Never did get a digestive what? It's got any food value? 5. This has got, gives me 5 minutes of Bowman's Brew. Want to get some melee skill. Let's drink this one. Pigged out, so find the play. Ah, it is this one where it's a couple of guys sleeping just. Other side and do a oh, damn you for doing that. Far the greater danger because you're in plate armor.
Hey! Who's there?
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you? I'm gonna enjoy it.
Shit, Archer. Henry, get him between you and the Archer. Come on, Henry, get in between you and the Archer. Move to the side, move to the side. Come on, Henry, move over. That Archer's got a line on you again. Hit him. Looting time before we speak to Esther. Need a shed, we need that. Hunter's hunting arrow. That's not that cough. Come on, loot him. We'll take that. I want that dog Saxon Gamberson, but it's too heavy. third dude. Not very heavy, we'll take it for the tailor. Way too heavy. That Waffen rock's worth nothing. Now, where's his weapon gone? Here's his shield. Woodcutter's axe. We are severely stuffed and piggied. To the shed. Which shed? Not that one. That one. Don't want to scare Esther. Can we get a wash here? Can we, Hal? Gotta be somewhere to get a wash. Not. Not that one. No. Oh well. Sorry, Esther, you're going to see us at our worst. Let's go for the lockpick.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too. This whole time he knew where I was.
It's not Florian's fault. He was terrified they'd do something to you. They had him over a barrel.
You're right. Poor Florian must have been more scared than me.
I'd say so.
We should probably set off.
I'll go with you. I'd hate to lose you on the way.
Oh, so you're taking the long way back, Henry? Come on. Mind you, it is probably the safer route right now. Now, have we got Esther sat on the back of the horse, or what?
What's that?
This ain't the bathhouse. This is the baker's yard, isn't it? So where's Esther gone? More to the point, where's horse gone? Where have you been? Were you chasing those mountain fillies, were you? You're looking awfully guilty.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I found that Esther of yours.
I know! Back already. How can I ever thank you?
By telling me all about the goings-on with Rapita.
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a night they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Good luck, and thanks for the help. God be with you.
Right, Rapota has a yellow cape, if I remember rightly from what he said. Check this dude out.
Welcome, Henry.
Houndsman. That's a gambler. This might be Rapota. It is.
Are you Rapota by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
Here we go, it's a chase. Come on, Henry, run.
No.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery. but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
Damn, we lost reputation on that decision, and we also lost the quest to find out who was working with Copper. Means I might have to do another rollback. How far would it roll me back, though? Have a quick look. I think it would roll me back to the finish of the conversation with Florian. So I think if I did that and very quickly tried to clear the Copper quest, then come back for this guy. Try that. Right, so it looks like we've talked with him. Let's check the quest log. Yeah. Right, let's... We need to get across and speak to the blacksmith. Whoa, you see that slalom through the guards? That should have been the midday bell, because the shadows on the buildings are not very long. Horse, where you going? God almighty. Oh, now you're in the cow field. Well done, horse. You just had a marvellous slalom through... Is that him? No, that's the butcher. Just had a marvellous slalom through the guards in town. Then you go and screw it up in the countryside.
I'm glad to see you.
No, you're not.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
Not going to admit to it, is he? Right, okay. So who was it in here that was complaining about the copper? Check the quest journal. Right. Somebody down here has been complaining about the blacksmith working all night. Couldn't see if it was this guy. No. We can only pickpocket him. There's got to be somebody here that we can talk to, otherwise it means we've got to do an overnighter and catch him working with the copper. Unless it's the blacksmith's son. That's always a possibility. We haven't talked to him yet. Vitus, that's him.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
No, we can't get it out of him either. Damn it. Wonder if it was the butcher that did the complaining. I can't remember who Ulrich said it was. There's the butcher.
God save you.
No.
Good luck then.
Be in here? No. About this guy. No,
God be with you, Henry.
Can only pickpocket him. Got to be someone in this Raiders Square that we can talk to, get information. Oh, we've still got to speak to Master Otter as well, though, haven't we? Come here, horse. Out the way, guards. Stop blocking the bloody street every time I come through.
Good men, good wives, come have a look. Don't be shy. You'll never see such fine meat.
How can I help you? I'll be taking
Here he is. Legacy of the Sith. You want to start playing this eventually? It's a good game.
Grant you health. How may I help you?
Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheets.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the craftsman's yard by the monastery. He's bought up all the copper to be had around here anyway.
Okay, that's the confirmation we needed. Now we've got to catch him before he finishes work for the guard. Don't do it. Get out the way, guards. I want to get this quest over and done with so that I can play the new DLC that was released today. I've got it downloaded and installed, but until I get this quest wrapped up, I can't do anything with it. Otherwise, some elements of this quest will time out on me and then I'll never be able to finish it. So, I'm kind of rushing around and doing it a little bit rough and ready. What are you crouching for?
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do. Take care.
Okay, so we're not getting any further with that. Vitus, talk.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
I want to fight him. That's not going to get the answer that I want.
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Sir Radzig Kobyla, investigating a grievous crime against the Crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Don't think you're out of the woods yet.
Jesus Christ. Good luck then.
Keep him worried.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Your son put it quite differently.
Hey,
What's that?
come to see us.
What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copper sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you don't cooperate, you'll be getting a lot worse than that from me.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
Let's try that
What are we
one.
talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. What's your plan?
Otter's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otter will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otter will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
But what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper, and I'll tell you everything I know about what's been going on.
But what if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armor is light as an eggshell and hard as a rock.
Do you really think that will work?
Otter's always mouthing off in the alehouse that my young lad isn't worth a damn. Once I show he's just a bitter old bastard spouting hot air, his business will be ruined, and Vitus will reap the reward. What with all the strife in the country these days, there'll be no end of work for a good armourer.
How about if the armour for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ! Don't even talk about it. Although, if Otter doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option.
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otter's reputation, not keeping his promise to the bailiff could be even worse for him than your idea.
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armor gets lost, don't come to me afterwards. I know nothing about it, right?
Of course. About that copper.
I told you everything I've got to say. I made you an offer. Now it's up to you.
I'll be on my way, but I'll be back.
I can't wait.
So, we've got a challenge Master Otter to a bludgeon duel in armour. So check on that. Rattled. There we go. Firing opponents. Thickness armour should bring glory to its maker and the loot shames. Right. Back to all the glisters. Challenge Master Otter. Bludgeon duel, steal the bailiff's armour from the workshop. Bludgeons, I think, come under mace for combat. All the glisters. Find out and find Rapporter. Next one, that. Okay, so challenging to a duel can wait. Let's get this all that glisters. We've got to speak to Ulrich, let him know what's going on as well. Let's find Rapporter first. Actually, that's right, we've got to find Rapporter, beat the crap out of him, get him to confess to everything.
Yeah.
And then speak to Ulrich. Oh, well done, horse, you finally got it right. So, let's get into town and find Rapporter before he runs away. Odd turn, horse. Damn it. You always muck that up. Why do you always muck that up? Out the way, guard. No sign of Rapporter up there. They're all wearing green capes. Tavern here? No. Now, he mentioned him sitting on a bench somewhere. Check Florian's still in here. No, he's not. Right, I want to get this Rapota thing out of the way. I wonder if he's gone to the tavern on the green. Of course, that quest for the duel with Master Otter means that I can't go and speak to the bailiff, because he'll be locked in on that quest. I can't speak to him about other stuff. We're still piggied up. We need to go to the tavern anyway, then, to get that digestive potion. Which I have a feeling is actually either an emetic or a laxative. Get you to empty your belly. Let's see if Rapota's here. Don't see yellow. What's it? Is that Florian? That's Townsman.
Ale, as usual.
There. Satisfied?
None of these are Florian, so
I'll bring you the right.
finding Florian would be a good first step.
God save you.
Well, Master Painter, are you still short of coin?
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you want to buy something? Or throw a few dice?
I'm sorry, but I don't have time for it now.
Goodbye.
Oh, and there was a dialogue closure about the Quicksilver. Right, so if Florian's not here, and he's not in his digs, where is he? I do hope they've not kidnapped him. Who did I just see down there? I sworn I'd just seen somebody on the riverbank. That's not the bakers.
Good day, Henry.
God be with you.
Where is this boy at? Back in his digs yet? He could be at the bathhouse seeing his wench, of course. That's one option. Hang on a minute. Who are you in all the armour?
Damn! Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron!
Stop walking into horses, you moron. Oh, he's a guard. He's a shop guard. A lot of people very heavily armoured round here all of a sudden. I can ride a horse, it's you lot that don't know how to walk around one. Come up here, we're getting pretty scruffy.
I'd like to know more about the kidnapping.
He should be back.
Take care.
I'm interested in your services.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
Get myself fixed up a bit. Have a bath and get my clothes washed.
That can be arranged, but you'll pay in advance.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Take care.
Who are you and why are you standing watching me? Right. Esther? That's a bath maid. That Esther? No, it's a townswoman. That looks like Esther and Florian. No.
What are you staring at? The boss of a paying guest.
Where is Esther and Florian? Time 7:30, so he won't be at the workshop. It's not an old woman.
Ow! Which way you going, you lout? You nearly killed me.
I'll do more than that if you don't shut your gob. Right, where's this lad gone to? More to the point.
God be with you, Henry.
Thank you. More to the point, where is Rapota? have to wait here. Florian showed his face again.
What did they look like? Gigantic! Each was as big as two ordinary men. They were covered in fur and had ram horns on their heads. And they sang, Diese Nacht ist kalt und der Winter bläst. Durch unser Land und wer jetzt noch geht.
Who's making all that steady noise down there?
I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Peter Lucota. Who is he? Right. I'm gonna stand here up against this post.
You're right here.
It's past time for an hour.
One beer.
You come home yet? No. Does he go? We might have to do a major rollback on the game. We might have to do a major rollback on the game. Clear the copper source quest and then go get Esther, so that we can jump on Rapota as soon as we've spoken to Florian after bringing Esther back.
One ale, please. A cavalcade of ghostly riders appeared in the sky above and abducted children.
This is annoying. Steal the girl's shawl. Find out who in Sassau works with copper. Well, we've cleared that. Why is it not cleared off the map? They have found out who wins Sassau Copper. He often sits on the market square and watches Florian's house. Florian's not here, so he's not going to be sitting on the market square. However, let's just take a wander across there. Definitely not sitting around here. Ah, now, if you remember last night, I was on about that additional rope that had been dropped down the well. Here's exactly the same image of the well, and it's got that additional rope hanging out of it. So maybe I was on completely the wrong track. Interesting. Meanwhile, where the hell is Rapota? We're not going to find him in the dark. What I have to do is lie in wait for him, following Florian to work in the morning, I think. That Florian in the white? Sure. Could be. Does look like Florian. Just find out. It is. If that's Florian, Rapota's not going to be far away. We know Florian's safe. It's not Rapota. Would like to get the interrogation of Rapota over and done with tonight. We're just waiting for him. Let's check our reputation here in Sassau, because it was up and down like a yo-yo during those last quests. We're at 100 refugees and the villagers. That's good. '69 with Mehoyed though. He had that plague. There must be further quests there. In Amapesh. I think these two are reversed. Yeah, Mehoyed was where the plague thing was. But we should be higher rep there than Samopesh. We've never done anything at Samopesh other than sell some stuff to the blacksmith. I think these two are reading back to front. Off. Probislavets. Okay. We need to go back to Probislavets. Some of the villagers around the countryside there Can't understand why my Hoyhead is so low though.
Ale for me.
Here you are, and good health.
Right, I think we got to go back to the digs, a few hours sleep, do a sleep and save, get back here, or Florian is due to go to work. Just walk in my path. Who are you and why are you going upstairs? Okay. Gotta get that scarf yet. I'll have time is it? Just up the mid. Don't need it. Stuffed. Still going to be dark. Alright. Who just coughed again? Gotta be very sneaky. Told him not to.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
About that copper.
I told you everything I've got to say. I made you an offer. Now it's up to you.
I'll be on my way, but I'll be back.
I can't wait.
God be
Take
with
care.
you, Henry.
Try a wash to get rid of smell. Ball's not there. White House, it looks like be in the back room. Oh, she's upstairs. Not any. That would be a good hidey hole. Can't see a way up there. Up there anyway. Good. Keys. Take keys when you can. coming in useful. The farmhand. Is he asleep again? Yes, he's just. Wait for him to start moving around again. Oops. That way, horse.
Yeah.
Right. Have a sip. Can we sit there? We're here to sit. Florian's got to come across that bridge. The bench here. Sit. Sit on there. Are we facing the right way? Bridge from here? Can. Let the time roll through here. And of course it's raining. Thinking we should actually be at the tavern. Try and guess the route that Florian takes just in case we miss him. There's Rapporteur.
Are you Rapporteur by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bath maid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
Which way did he go? That way. Come on, Henry. Get after him.
No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
Objective failed. Find out who in Sassau works with copper. We have already found that. Objective completed.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Yezhek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Yezhek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapotan. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Yezhek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Yezhek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Yezhek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Yezhek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
No, the last time that we killed somebody in the heat of the chase, got a bollocking. So...
An honourable death?
Even though we're going to lose reputation.
It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
Right, do we get out of here? Take that reputation hit. Who did we take the reputation hit with? Question. So we're still at 100, so we did take a reputation hit there. Size still the Marpesh is the same, Scallots is the same. Oh yeah. We dropped a point on Probislavitz. Interesting.
If your cottage burnt down, our sausages will still taste good. If your husband is murdered, our sausages will here.
Come on, horse. Horse? Oh, you're there. You snuck in very quietly. You've been drinking my Padfoot potion, have you? Right. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. You know, but
I'm honoured that you should come to me.
right. Let's talk trade first, Master Rotter. Much money have you? You're down to 2k. What have you done with all the money you made from me selling your stuff? Good God. Because we didn't empty our purse into the... That's what... Oh, you've still got enough money. Just haggle
Can we
them a
do
wee
something
bit.
about the price?
Well, we can try it.
Let's just go for this straight.
See now? I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Right. Tell you that you're being challenged to a duel.
Master Armourer, I have a message for you from Blacksmith Zach.
If it's another one of his so-called generous offers, you can go straight back and tell him I'm not selling, and that's that.
No, this is another matter. Vitus wants to challenge you to a duel.
What? What? Me fight with that brat? Zack must have lost his mind entirely.
Let's go with that one.
That's not how it will be. The real duel will be between your pieces of handiwork.
How's that?
It will be a duel with bludgeons. No bloodshed. At most, a few bruises and some dents in the armour. Zack chose me to wear Vitus armour.
And so I'm to choose a champion of my own?
Hey, Henry's coming
That
to see
sounds reasonable.
Good. So let's agree on the time and place.
Hold your horses, young fella. I've got a counter offer for you. Now, I'm sure Zack is paying you well.
Let's say yes, even though what I'm actually after from him is information. No, let's try
Maybe
being
I'm
honest.
just doing it out of love for my neighbour.
Aye, a regular good Samaritan, no doubt. I could pay you more, and I'd tailor-make a cuirass just for you. What do you say?
You mean if I fight as your champion instead? I'm not sure how Zack would take it.
No, you fight on Zack's side and lose.
That's not very honourable.
And Zack's constant slander and mudslinging are the height of honour, are they?
Zack might be acting the scoundrel, but why lower yourself to his level? You should show you're the better man.
Better than that, upstart. I'm a master of my craft, boy. I've made armour for the lords of Kunstadt. I've no need to prove anything to anyone. So, are you going to help me or not?
Forget it. I won't sully my name with cheating.
Damn, that's
Suit yourself.
twice in this conversation
But
I
my
lost
champion
rep.
will batter you into the ground anyway, so you've nothing to gain.
So, choose the time and place.
What, me?
You're the one being challenged, so it's your right.
Well, it's all the same to me. Go and sort it out with the bailiff. He should know about it anyway, so I don't look like a troublemaker.
All right?
Right, so finish selling all my gear before I speak to the bailiff, and I also want to speak to Master Tobias before I speak to the bailiff. Really? I'm up. Oh, shut up! I'm only pursuing this duel because I want the information from Zack. Horse. Sell to Cobbler.
Welcome, Henry.
I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, sir. Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Reputation gained. Right, where did we take those reputation hits? Speaking to Master Otter. Sassau. Going 100. I think it's just putting messages up to work.
Buy my potions made from magical herbs plucked from the flames of Mount Olympus.
God be with you.
Let's talk about the price.
Alright, so... Finally, a reasonable sum.
Welcome, Henry.
Hello, mate. Busy? We're all down on money since I last visited you all. Am I your only source of goods? We'll go and see the swordsmith and the blacksmith. Well, the blacksmith, actually. Get rid of all of it to the blacksmith. I hope. To get rid of all of these excess weapons in one location rather than messing around visiting multiple tradesmen.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you. I'll be with you.
So... purse. The haggle.
Let's have a word about the price.
Alright, so. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Station gained, excellent. Those little trades have made up for the lost rep. Right, we really need to clear this duel quest and get the information from Zach. Go find Bailiff. Walking around with a torch in daylight, you off your trolley? Speak to Master Tobias first. Bailiff.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
I'm here on behalf of Blacksmith Zach.
Zach? What does that madman want now? Don't tell me. It's another complaint about the Master Armorer. Well, you can tell Zach if you waste another minute of my time with that pathetic feud of his. I'll have him up for disrespecting the office of the bailiff.
No, it's not a complaint this time. In fact, Zach came up with an idea to settle the dispute once and for all.
Is that so? Well, that's a different kettle of fish. That's just what I was after. You have my full attention, friend. What's his plan?
A duel.
Jesus Christ! Has he lost his wits entirely?
But don't worry, Goodman Bailiff. No one will get killed. It will only be a duel with bludgeons. Zach chose me as his champion. I'll be wearing a suit of armour made by his son, Vitus, and I'll fight Otter's champion. Whoever falls first, loses.
That sounds like a fine spectacle for the village green. Naturally, I'll have to be present to ensure nothing untoward happens.
Your presence is certainly expected, Bailiff. We'd like you to referee the whole duel.
Very well. We'll have it on the marketplace in the front of the church. But when?
That's up to you.
We could announce it right now.
Let's do it.
I'll have it announced around town. You come along at just the right time. It'll be a fine show for the townsfolk, and I'll finally get that pair and their constant squabbling off my back. I'll see you later.
Oh, so we're going straight into that. I'm not going to get to speak to Master Tobias.
Good citizens of Sassau, our township has long been plagued by a protracted dispute. As you are no doubt aware, Zach, the blacksmith of the monastery courtyard, and Master Armourer Otto Rabstein have been, for some time, at odds. And in so much as it behoves my office as bailiff to settle such disputes and maintain peace and order, I have decided to resolve the blacksmith's quarrel by unconventional means, whilst affording an entertaining spectacle. In short, we shall let them knock each other's teeth out. However, since it ill befits two respectable tradesmen to maul each other on the market square like a pair of cocks on a dung heap, each of them has elected a champion. Zach, the blacksmith, has appointed to fight in his stead Henry of Scarlets. Hey! And Master Otto Rabstein's champion will be... Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Master Otter will fight for Master Otter. I don't need some young pup to take my place.
I remind you that this will be a duel with bludgeons alone. And until first blood is shed. Come, folks, be sensible for heaven's sake. We don't want any maiming here, or, God forbid, murder. So, if both contestants are ready, let us begin.
He's got a better helmet than me, and he's got better shoulders than me. Push him, Henry. Push him. Don't let him out of the corner. Oh, that hurt. Come on, Henry. Knock him down. Come on, get a skull crusher or whatever it's called. Got him.
You kicked that old bastard's arse, Henry. His ears will be ringing for a month. Now everyone will see who knows how to make armor and who's all hot air.
Again? How many times is that this month?
You shouldn't speak so disrespectfully about Master Otter. He fought
Hey,
bravely.
Tangent.
No need to get worked up about it. You've got to savour the victory, haven't you? Anyway, come by the forge later for your reward, all right?
Right, now, are we... No, we've got to get dressed again. He's naked. Right. Just missing nail shoes and spurs. That don't wear them. Don't wear a body chain mail either. Okay. We need it cleaned up again though. Find me a bucket. There's one. Right, Master Tobias, there you is.
God save, Henry.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Damn it, we can't speak to him about the quest.
Good luck then.
Potions made from magical herbs plucked from the flanks of Mount Olympus.
I think bathhouse time, Jenga.
Laughable pines and scratches that make your mouth
Hosts
more than the
in the
finest
temple of Jerusalem.
Right, and there's Zach still walking back, so I think it's bathhouse for us. There's the bailiff. Now, we've probably lost favour with Master Otter. So, I'm going to go to the bathhouse, get healed up, get cleaned up. And then we'll go and have a word with Master Otter, I think. And we're going to need lots of charisma. So...
I'd like to order something here.
So what are you interested in?
Right, we need the charisma boost that we get with the lion badge.
I'd like a private bath for 2.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Take care.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
5 hours. God, we must have taken some injuries. Not in bed yet, son. You've got school tomorrow.
Welcome, Henry.
Right. Alright, let me just get back to my horse and I'll give you a cuddle. Right. Night night. Yeah. Right. Now, one of the other things that we got to do is, I think we got some skill points during that exchange. Leveled up on mace. We didn't get any skill points, so axe is falling behind now. To switch our primary weapon to axe. Look at us, all shiny and clean. But some of our armor's slightly damaged, so get that fixed. Yeah, a few things need up. Taylor's kit's nearly finished. Relax. Cobblers. The cobblers. No, we're all fixed up. It's to our bling. Go and have a word with Master Otter. See if he's going to talk to us. We've got nothing to sell him, unfortunately, to test his reactions. We did well there, considering our mace skill is so low. Uh-oh, come on. Get up them steps, Henry. Oh, it's locked. Looks like Master Otto's taken the day off. Hope we didn't hurt him that badly. Right, let's go and see Zach and get our reward and the information we wanted. Horse, how come you can't jump that wall? Yeah, you nearly fluffed that one as well, didn't you?
God be with you, Henry.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I'll come for my reward.
Of course. And thanks again, lad. It's worked wonders for my trade.
I'm glad your trade is going well. Now, about our little deal.
Ah, that little matter. Right.
Quest completed rattled. Hurrah!
God be with you.
Now, is there any other talk options there? No.
See you later.
Right, now I do hope that that has not closed Master Otter to me. Because otherwise I lose an armour smith. Right, let's just check the state of all the quests. Find the entrance to the mineshaft in Scallops Hills, optional, secure or help. Green-eyed monster. Find around there. Okay. Get that one cleared and then we'll go and get Ulrich's help. Here's on his plants.
God save you.
I brought you that girl's shawl.
Thank you. I'll hide it in the farmer's bed and then tell the draper. He'll cripple the bastard if you don't kill him outright.
Who is it you want to get revenge on? The farmer or his maid?
All of them. They're all a bunch of diabolical swine. And that draper too.
Right.
Good luck then.
Let's not take another mission off him. Farmer, the labourer from the Sassau farm has a job for me. That's him. Okay. But not right now, because right now I want to go and find Ulrich. That's going to be the quickest route. Tell him what's happened.
finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Faithfar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
Right, where are we at? Oh, we're on foot, are we? Right, hang on. Let's just check the map. Up the slope, past the bushes, onto the track, and along. Oh, you're going to lead the way, are you? You told me to lead on, but you follow. I believe it's this way. Where's he gone?
Fuck are you looking for? I won't put up with the likes of you.
Oh, wipe my ass with you.
Right, where are you?
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Ulrich, where have you gone? Gotta catch up with him. This
Mother of God. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Give up!
now I've got one behind me as well as in front of me. Where'd he go? Finds me. Oh, him. That's the exit. Go deeper. We did him up. Seven energy. No idea where what's his face has gone. Brick. Get after him, Henry. Where'd he go? I want. Been looted? Yes.
Put that sack down.
What do you want here? I don't know you.
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla.
Radzig Kobyla, the king's hetman. I see.
I'm here to place you under arrest.
I gathered as much. And you came alone. Ha! Very daring of you, I must say.
Here, where I'm showing you.
I'll manage. Sometimes even a king can be deposed without an army.
So I'm a king now, and you want to dethrone me? By the way, who betrayed me?
That hardly matters, does it?
Do you think I won't get a chance to settle up with them? But I hope you don't imagine I'm just going to follow meekly after you like a lamb to the slaughter.
And where would you want to go?
Anywhere. Anywhere else is preferable to Kobyla's dungeon.
Really? You can't go to Moravia. The Margrave himself is after you there. And in Bohemia, the kings may change, but the coin remains, my friend.
What do you mean?
Whoever gets to be king, they can't afford to have someone forging money.
Do you think I'm doing this on my own?
No, but when the kingdom's back in order, and it'll be time to shut this little operation down, they'll be only too happy to let you take the blame. Counterfeiting money gets no clemency.
It doesn't matter. Kobyla will string me up from the highest tree in any case.
Maybe, but you're very shrewd and very persuasive. And you might know a few things that are worth more than your life. It's up to you. Either you give yourself up and try to make a deal with Sir Radzig, or you'll be on the run for the rest of your life.
A deal with Sir Radzig? It's true they say he's a canny man.
If you cooperate, you stand a chance.
Oh, very well then. May as well climb straight into the maw of the beast.
So let's go. Master Fayfar will be itching to ask you a few questions.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you later.
Hurrah! We finished the quest. That means that we can move on to the new DLC. Return to Rattay and speak with Radzig. state are we in? We are a mess. How's our inventory? Got all our gear. Looks like it. Also carrying a few bits for selling. So let's see if we can make peace with Master Otter. Now, why am I carrying a torch? Yeah, I am. Right. There's a thing to dunk myself in. Won't get any cleaner washing in a trough. For that I need the baths. But I'm absolutely scruffy. Look at me.
Wine squeezed from grapes, cultivated from a rose bush.
Oh, while I remember, I think we got a new level in axe. Oh, we got a new level in defense. Excellent. Means we can pick a new skill. Blocking your strikes will cost an opponent 15% more stamina. Weapon cruncher. If you beat your opponent in a clinch, you'll damage his weapon 15% more. Damaged weapon will cause much less damage, its price being greatly reduced. Clinches in melee. Weapon cruncher. Starting to nudge up the defense. These two. Ponies. Pick with axe for them and nudge it to level 6 and then switch back to them. It looks like he's still closed. Is. Damn it. Right, horse, where the hell are you at? We've got to return to Rattay. Have we got anything else here before we go? Return to Rattay, speak with Radzig. Find out where the counterfeit coin is coming from. Mark Fort von Owlets and avenge your parents. I don't think we'll find out where the counterfeit coin is coming from until Master Tobias has done his thing at the mines. Gotta return to Rat. Oh, really? Nourishment 96. We still don't need to eat. Excellent. What I will do though, there are weapons and stuff that horse for now. Definitely need to get to our room and our money and jewellery in the chest. Let's just... This kit is busted. Cobblers. Oops, sorry, missus.
Yeah.
Get off the road. Get ready for the big corner down here, horse. Ready? You ready? You ready? Go! You didn't. Why didn't you? Just as well there weren't bandits there. Brief.
Yeah.
Straight into the tavern gates. Deep water, horse, be careful. Come on, come on, come on, keep it steady, stay on track. Oh, you went the wrong way. Mind, we might get away with it. Well, that was a Kuman there, I was about to stop and kick shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, wrong. Head towards the castle, horse. Look, it's up on the hill. I hope you're all enjoying this. I know I'm enjoying playing it. The problem is I'm enjoying it so much that I keep forgetting to talk to you guys. I apologise for that. Pig, don't! Good God. Kamikaze swine. No, 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 no. Horse. Again. Let's have a quick bath and laundry before we go and see Dad.